Hi everybody, it's me, the Fabulous Leo Brown, and I'm back on here once again with another installment of Be Feminine But Not a Fool. Now, about a year or so ago, I did a video called that, and I wanted to make a part two to this because I feel like it's needed. And, I feel like this is something that we need to talk about. I think that we don't have enough dialogue, in my opinion, especially within the gay community. Hold on, let me take these out of my ears. There we go. We don't have enough dialogue within the gay community, and I feel like we need to. So that's why I'm here. That's why we're gonna talk about this. Those are my headphones falling, but that's okay. Okay, so here's why I wanted to make this. I wanted to make this video because not only to encourage dialogue and conversation, but also, I'm in the dating world, and I find that in the dating world, as a feminine man, as a feminine gay man, I find that there's a lot of hurdles. I mean, dating, as we already know, dating is hard. Excuse me, dating is not easy at all. We all know that. But I think for feminine gay men, it's even harder. Personally, that's just my personal opinion. Because in the gay community, we tend to shame, and we shame everybody. It's not just feminine men, it's masculine men, it's fat men, it's hairy men, it's black, it's all down. So we all know that, okay? But here are some rules that I wanted to give you guys. Here's some tidbits that I think may serve my other feminine gays well, and even the feminine admirers, the men that like us and love us and lust after us, but they won't say it because I know you do. I know you do. Okay, so here are my tidbits, and my hair is getting in my face, so forgive me if I keep moving. I keep playing with it. That's why I'm playing with it so much. Okay, so here are my 8 rules. I have 8 rules for my feminine. I'm gonna break it down into 2 parts. So I have 8 rules for my feminine men, and 8 rules for my non-feminine men, because I really think that as a collective we all need to be included. So I want to include everybody in this if possible, if I can. So I have 8 rules. So we have 8 rules for our feminine men and 8 rules for my non-feminine men. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my feminine men first because I feel they need to hear this the most. And for you, if you watch my channel, I love you. Like, I really do. Let me just say that. For my feminine flamboyant men out there, honey, I love y'all. I love my queens because I am one of y'all, okay? Don't let the beard fool you. Trust me. I am one of y'all. All right, so here we go. The first rule that I have for my feminine men first rule I have for my feminine men is, you're more than a sex object. And this is why I say that, because what I find is now that I'm dating, okay, it's down. Now that I'm dating, what I am finding is, hold on, I gotta bring my camera down. Okay, now that I'm dating, what I'm finding is that I'm meeting men that admire men like me, feminine men, but they only admire me between the hours of 11 and 3 a.m. Okay, 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. And part of it, I feel, and this is just my personal opinion, you can agree with me if you want to, or disagree, but keep it respectful. I think part of it is because a lot of feminine men feel, well, in order for me to find somebody or have someone in my life, I have to be a walking sex bot. I have to be, a sex object to them. I have to be just very sexual and nothing else. Very sexually submissive, and that's it. And my thing is that you don't have to do that. Be yourself. Be who you are. If that is who you are naturally, then there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with submitting, because I feel like I always say, submission is permission. It's all about consent anyway. So if you're choosing to consent to said person, nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a great thing. But don't feel as if you have to be this uber sexual, like a walking sex bot in order for you to find a boyfriend or find a date or find a husband or what have you. Now, in terms of hooking up, if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's your gig and you know, like, hey, this ain't nothing but a hookup, he just coming through, you know, we gonna smash each other out and then he going home. There's nothing wrong with it if that's what you want to do. But if you know you want more than that, if you know that, then why do that? Why subject yourself to doing something that you know you're not comfortable with? So my first rule is know that you are more than a sex object. Know that you're more than just, you know, a walking fleshlight. So know that, you know what I mean, and own that. Know it and own it, and let the person that has your interest, let them know that too. So that's my first rule for my feminine men. Second rule is, you know, we're gonna go with clothing yet again because I keep seeing it. Okay, if your body cannot fit a bodycon dress, don't wear a bodycon dress. Okay, stop doing this. Stop squeezing your body into, like, you know what I mean? Like, no, ma'am. Stop squeezing 50% of your body into 25% of a dress. Stop doing that. I really need my feminine men to quit that. I'm just saying. I really need us to stop that. There's nothing wrong with dressing up. There's nothing wrong with wearing your heels and your shoes and your intimates, honey. There's nothing wrong with none of that. But be a tape measure, okay? Be a seamstress, be a tailor. Get the shit together so it looks good. It looks presentable on your body. Know your body type, okay? So my second rule is dress appropriately, dress respectfully. You know, dress for your size, dress for your shape, because not everybody's built the same. You know what I mean? You don't want to be Derrick J. I love you, Derrick J, but I'm so sick of you in these too tight outfits. You fucking it up. I'm just saying. Okay. Number 3. Yes, you're feminine, but no, you're not a damsel in distress. So what I mean by that is just because you're feminine, it doesn't mean that you're weak. Okay? It does not mean that. I really need you to know, my feminine men that watch me, you're not weak, honey. If anything, you're very strong because you can walk in this world with your head held high and be yourself. You know what I mean? You have the balls to be who you are, and you're not trying to hide it. That's a wonderful thing. So no, you're not a damsel in distress. Don't feel like a lot of feminine men feel like, well, I have to be weak. I have to be completely just, well, I don't know how to do it. You know, or just a complete ditz. You don't. Now, if that's who you are naturally, then that's a different story. But no, honey, okay? No. You're not weak. You're very strong. So, yes, you may be feminine, but no, you are not a damsel in distress. So, let that go. And stop looking for someone to rescue you. Number 4, for my feminine men, again, we're going to have to stop chasing trade. I'm going to really need us to stop that. Let it go. Let trade go, honey. Let them be on the corner where some of them are, okay? Let them be where they need to be. Because here's the thing about it. Don't get me wrong. I get hit on by trade all the time. I mean, like, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter. It does not matter. Walmart. I can go to Walmart here in Belleville, in Shiloh. Okay, because I live in Belleville, Illinois. If there's a Walmart about 3 minutes from my house, I get a hit on all the time. I mean, no makeup, no heel, nothing. Just jeans and my hair in a ponytail. I get hit on by the people. So, and I'm gonna be real. It's flattering. It's cute. I'm not gonna lie. It is. Is it? It is. Let's be real. It is flattering. But at the same token in time, it's like, okay, but I know that you only see me as one thing. You don't see me as a person. You see me as a conquest, one, or you see me as just a sexual fetish that you want to check off your list of things to do. You know what I mean? So now, if that's what you like, because I don't want to offend anyone. If that's what your gig is, and you're like, hey, I love the trade and the trade love me. You know what I mean? If you are about that trade life, go ahead, boo boo. I have no qualms. I'm just saying that for someone like me, for queens like myself, for goddesses like myself, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry. So my thing is stop chasing trade because you don't really get anywhere. Yeah, you may get something, but you don't get what you want, really. Really and truly. But unless that is what you wanted, but all you want is that companionship. Number 5. So stop chasing trade. So moving on to number 5. Number 5. Don't be afraid to date another feminine man. For my feminine men, don't be afraid to date another feminine dude. Why are we so? And this kind of goes in with the trade thing. Even though to me, I think trade and hypermasculinity are kind of different. That's just me. But it kind of goes into that. Why are we so transfixed? Not all of us, but some of us. We're so transfixed on hypermasculinity. What's wrong with dating a dude that's kind of femme? What's wrong with dating another reflection of yourself? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you, if you meet a person and they happen to be feminine and they really like you, and they bring something of value to your life and to the table, and they're good to you and good for you and treat you the way you've always wanted to be treated, the way you should be treated, which is with respect and with care, then why? Then why would you not date them? I'm just saying. That's like me saying, well, I can't date him because he's 25, even though he's smart, he's respectful, he gets where I'm coming from, he has an old soul, he has a sense of maturity about him that my counterparts don't even have. Why would I not date him? I'm just saying. That doesn't make any sense. So my thing is, don't be afraid to date another feminine man. I've dated other feminine dudes. I've dated them. I've dated other drag queens. Well, I'm not a drag queen, but I've dated drag queens. So, and even though I know not all drag queens are femme, but I've dated the gamut. So it's like, don't be afraid to date what you normally wouldn't. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with dating another feminine queen. Honey, 2 queens can rule 1 kingdom. Trust me. It can work. And work well. Let's see. Number 6. Just because and this is for my feminine men. So, just because you're feminine, that doesn't mean that you have to dress up. You have to wear women's clothes. You have to get your nails done. You have to get your hair done. You have to get your eyebrows arched and waxed and shaped and all that. You have to wear makeup. That doesn't mean that. Find your own style. That's my rule. Number 6. Find your own style. Find what works for you. This right here works for me. All of this works for me. I normally, I'll just be real. I've always loved long hair. Ever since I was a kid. I've always, I live for long hair. However, I know that with long hair, it doesn't look bad on me, but it doesn't look great. I'll be honest. I look better. I'm not gonna lie. I look better with my hair shorter. I know that because it brings out my facial features. I know that. But I love long hair. I love manes. I'm a Leo, so I love, the long hair. I love being able to, whip it and stuff. I love all that. But you have to find a style that works for you. And trust me, when I was younger, because I came out when I was 16, I was much more flamboyant than I am now. A lot more. So, you have to find what works for you. If you know that you're feminine and you don't want to wear makeup, you can't walk in heels, you don't want to. You don't want to wear women's clothes, then don't. Wear your jeans and t-shirt. Wear your snapbacks. Be you. Be who you are. You don't have to butch it up if you dress like that, but be yourself. Because trust me, I've met many a feminine men in a snapback and t-shirt, and I'm like, that makes you even sexier because you're being comfortable in yourself. So be who you are. Find your own style. That's my number 6 rule for my feminine men. Find your own style. For real. Find your own style. Number 7. Love yourself. Love yourself. Do not settle for less. Stop settling for these dudes that are married, that have kids, that are quote-unquote straight. Stop settling for this. Stop settling for the dude that's going to call you at 2 o'clock in the morning instead of 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Love yourself. If that means you need to be alone for a minute, fine. Get to know who you are. Get to know you. Because trust me, I've been single for 3 years. going on 4, it'll be 4 next year. And that's right around the corner. And honestly, I'm happier than I've ever been. Don't get me wrong. I have my lonely moments. I'm like, shit, it's cold. I'm like, ooh, I wish I had be a good old, nasty, Ving Rhames type of dude in my bed right now to cook me some breakfast naked. But I don't. You know what I mean? But I'm glad I don't, because I'm not gonna, and I'm not saying that that kind of guy would be, the kind of dude that, what am I trying to say? Would be the kind of dude that would use me, but he might be. You know what I mean? I'm happy that I'm not settling for less. I know me, like, trust me, I'm on apps and I get dudes coming at me and they're like, oh, wait, da, 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 da. It's like, no, I'm not settling for that. So sorry. Stop settling. Love yourself. Get to know you. Get to know who you are. Be single for a while. It's okay to be alone. It doesn't mean you are, just because you're alone, it doesn't mean that you're lonely. So don't do that. Like, I really need my feminine men to quit that. Because a lot of feminine dudes feel, well, I need to be with somebody. No, you don't. Be by yourself. Because you've always got you. Trust me. Number 8 for my feminine men. Stop using what they don't like feminine men as an excuse. Stop using that as an excuse, and stop using that as a chip on your shoulder as to why you may be single or men are dating you. Look at yourself. Do some self-examination. Do you have a nasty attitude? Are you not approachable? Have men told you, like, hey, I would approach you, but you know what I mean? Like, how do you see yourself? How do you be yourself? Don't use it, but they don't like us feminine men. Because trust me, I hear a lot of feminine men say that. That's not true. That's so not true. I had to beat men off me with a stick. That's so not true. Be yourself. Be yourself. But look at how you approach people. Look at how you respond, to things, in real life and on social media, like, and on the apps and stuff. Like, look at that. That's important. So don't use it as an excuse, because I get so tired of that. Like, stop using that. Number 9, just because you're feminine, that doesn't mean you need to be over the top. I know that may sound harsh, but it's true. And this is my final rule for my feminine men. You don't have to be over the top. Be yourself. And I've said it, I keep saying it because it's true. You don't have to be over the top. You don't have to be loud. If that is you, then be that. But a lot of feminine men feel, well, I have to be over the top. I got to be so, flaming that, you know what I mean, to get people's attention. No, you don't. Be yourself. Because trust me, the right people will respond to you. It may take some time, but they will. So you don't have to be over the top just because you're feminine. That's just like you being feminine, but you feel you gotta wear clothes and makeup. You don't. Women's clothes and makeup, you don't have to do that. Just be who you are. So those are my rules for the feminine men. So I hope that made sense. Please leave your comments below on this, because I want to know from other feminine men, what are your rules? What would you include in this? Because I might be missing something. Now I'm gonna make rules for my non-feminine men, for the men that admire us, for the men that secretly want to date us, for the men that love fucking us, okay, but you don't want to admit it. Yeah, so I'm making some rules for y'all. Number 1, admit it. Admit that you like us. Admit that we are the ones you want. Just like dudes who like trans girls. Admit that. Admit that you like the feminine boys. You like the fem boys, honey. You love us. You love the fact that we are just us. Admit that. Come out, because chances are we might like you. Believe it or not, we may like you. So approach us. But approach us in a way that is respectful. That is the way that you would want someone to approach you. So admit it. That's my first thing. Number 2. Stop looking at us as a fetish. And this is going out to all my quote unquote married and curious and straight dudes. Stop looking at us like that. Like, I really need you to quit that. Stop doing that. I get so sick of that shit, because I get hit on about that a lot. Stop doing it, because we're not a fetish. I don't want to be thought of as a fetish. I'm sorry. I don't want to be thought of as that. Okay? No, ma'am. So leave us alone. If you can't respect us for us, leave us be. Leave us where we belong. Now, for those of you that want to be like that like being thought of as that, do you? I have nothing against it, but I'm just saying for a queen like myself, I'm not doing that. Number 3. Stop assuming that all feminine men are bottoms. Please stop assuming that. There are feminine tops. There are feminine versatile men. Not every feminine man is a bottom. Okay? Please stop that. And this goes for my non-feminine gay men, straight, bi, whatever. Stop assuming that. Okay? When you assume you make an ass out of the rest, stop assuming that. That's ridiculous. Number 4. I'm trying to think. What else? Number 4. Okay. Stop trying to dominate us. We submit because we want to. For those of us who are submissive, and I include myself in that, we submit because we want to, not because we have to. Stop trying to dominate us. Stop trying to think, well, I gotta dominate you and be aggressive to you. You don't. You don't. Now, if that's what I asked for, then that's a different story. But if I'm not asking for that, you don't have to do that. Just be yourself. Be yourself. And don't assume, well, I gotta, tell you what to do and you gotta be meek and mild. No, that's not gonna happen. I will never be whatever kind of music you like. And I don't know many other feminine men that are like that. Let us have our opinions. I am your equal, not your opposite. All right? I'm your ally, not your opponent. So don't view me as such. Don't think that you have to dominate me. And that goes for either inside or outside of said bedroom. Just saying. So that's number 4 for my non-feminine men. Number 5. Be respectful. Don't be rude. If you don't like feminine dudes, if you don't like us, just say it. Don't be mean. Don't call us out of our names and, faggot and all. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, fine. You've already made it clear when you said no fast, no femmes. Okay, fine. That's fine. But don't be rude about it. Like, okay, because we'll move on. We'll leave you alone. But don't be rude. Okay? Don't come to us because we certainly ain't standing for you. Just saying. Number 6. Not all feminine men want to be women. That's a really big misconception that I think a lot of us need to let go of. A lot of non-feminine men feel that we want to be women. We don't. We do not. We don't want to be women. Trust me. I don't want to be a woman. I love women. I think women are awesome. Do I want to be one? No. I like being a man. I like my beard. I like the fact that, I have testosterone. I like the fact that I have a penis and balls. I love it, honestly. I love everything about being a dude. But I also love and embrace my feminine side. I embrace her. I embrace him. I embrace both sides of self. We all have masculine and feminine images within us. So, and that's one thing I wanted to say to my feminine men too. Learn to embrace your masculinity. It may not be a hyper masculinity, but it's still there. Learn to embrace it in whatever way it comes in. That's what I forgot to say to my feminine guys. But no, we don't all want to be women. That's a big misconception. Trust me, we don't all want to be women. Let's see. I'm trying to think because there are 2 more things I wanted to say. I can't think of any more. Okay. Well, I guess that's really it. I guess that's all I wanted to really say. Yeah. It is to my non-feminine men because I feel like you guys need to hear this too. And, and let me also say this to my non-feminine men too. We do love you. We do. Oh, yes. And also, to my non-feminine men, that's what I wanted to say. Number 7, to my non-feminine men. not all of us are submissive people. Some of us are aggressive. Some of us are in between. You don't have to, just because you like, or you may enjoy feminine men doesn't mean that they need to be these submissive types. Not every feminine guy is submissive. It kind of goes back to what I was saying. We submit because we want to, not because we have to. But some men aren't like that. So learn to deal with the different types of men. Let's see. Number 8. We don't all want to wear heels and makeup and clothes. We just don't. We don't. A lot of us don't. I wear jeans and t-shirt. It's a rarity I wear makeup. Unless I'm going on a date, or it's something important, or it's a photo shoot. Then I do makeup then. But it's rare I put makeup on. It's rare I rock heels. And I don't rock heels in public. My heels are more for private use. But I'm just saying, like, not all of us want to do that. We're not all stereotypes. That's one thing I want to say. Number 8 to my non-feminine. We're not all stereotypes. We're not all sex objects. We don't all, want to just be raped and ringed, and no, we don't want that. Now, for those that do, fine, but not all of us do. We just want to be treated with respect and treated equally. So, yeah. So that's all I want to say. But I want to know, what are your rules? Like, for my feminine men out there, my non-fems, tell me, what are your rules? Come on, let me know. Like, I want to hear it. Let's have some dialogue in this. So that's all I want to say. It has been me, the Fabulous Leo Brown. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. And I will talk to you later. I love you all very much. Have a great night. Okay? Bye-bye.